Take a close look at the front of this camera lens and watch what happens when I take a photo. Now take a look at this photo, see if there's anything that stands out, and remember it. What you just saw when I took a photo was the shutter from this Hasselblad X2D. But if you tried to do the same thing with your regular camera, you won't see that same effect. And that's because this camera has something special. Most cameras have a mechanical shutter, and if you take off your camera lens and look inside your camera body, you'll actually see a focal plane shutter. And that's because your shutter is right next to your sensor, or your focal plane. But this camera doesn't have a shutter because the shutter is actually inside the lens. This is what's known as a leaf shutter, and it has two unique advantages. When taking photos with a leaf shutter, it's a lot quieter and produces fewer vibrations. That's because the opening, or the iris, is a lot smaller than what you typically get with a focal plane shutter. This also means that Hasselblad cameras don't experience as much rolling shutter and can achieve faster flash sync speeds of 1/2000th of a second or faster. But what about that original photo? Well, if you take a closer look at the sun, you'll notice that it has this super unique 8-pointed starburst, and that is because of the 4-bladed leaf shutter that is inside this camera lens.